So they dropped the album cover for Nas and Primo.
Is that the album cover?
Yeah, they already dropped the album
Uh,
cover already.
I heard it wasn't released yet.
No, the album cover.
No, I heard it wasn't released yet. The shit with him and Primo together. I saw that picture.
Ah,
People saying that's not the album cover though. So I don't know.
oh well,
I think that makes a good album cover. You know,
it does.
They- but the pre-ordered vinyl don't have the album cover on it. It's like a white label joint. So I don't know if they're just doing the white label first and then they do. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Like you would think if it's a pre-order, you would have the album cover first,
Exactly.
unless the white label cover is the album cover. I don't know. I heard people saying that's not the album cover.
Well, they need to make up their fucking minds what the album cover is going to be.
Light years, huh? Let's hope. Let's hope it's light years. Let's hope it's not too late for Primo.
It's the album that we've been waiting for.
Yeah, for 30 years. That shit better be good, Primo. Because if it's not, I'm done with him. You know, that's like waiting to lose your virginity and then you finish in like 5 minutes. You waited all that time just for that? Just for that?
That's that's funny.
You know, it wasn't what you expected. What if they had named the album that shit? Not what you expected or some shit like that. Not what I expected, but I'll take it.
So you saw Tyler Quali going off at them
Oh,
security guards and
what
shit.
he do now? What he do now? He's always doing some shit. What did he
They
do
said
now?
he just went. There was a video last week that he went out for some security guards or some shit.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that video. I saw that. I gotta stop that bullshit, yo. Where's your boy Mos at? Mos need to talk to him.
Most getting mad at the audience because they came mad late to a concert or some shit like that. He got mad at always talking about lock them doors and shit.
He said lock the doors.
Yeah,
Oh shit. They ain't playing. They just like y'all better come early for our show. We ain't Long Hill. Y'all better show up early. Why would you want to go to a concert late anyway? Like I've
no,
never
no,
been. I've only been late for like one or two shows, but
no.
in the 30 plus
The
years,
artist
yeah.
came late.
Huh?
The artist
The
came
artist
late.
came late. Oh,
Yeah,
and he said to lock the doors on the artist.
yeah. So they can
That's
watch the
wild.
shit.
Wow. I don't know what that is. Can't do that. You gotta pay the artist.
That's
I've only been late to two. No, I've been late to three shows in 30 years. Because I was late for Rock the Bells this year, but I was glad I was late because I didn't want to see Fabulous. He can't perform. I didn't want to see Boozy. You know,
fabulous.
yeah, Fabulous performed early. I'm like, good, get the bullshit out the way. Boozy performed early. Didn't want to see him. Who else? There was somebody else that performed early, and I didn't want to see them. So I came at the right time when State Property was on stage. You know, I was late for the TLC tour when Montel Jordan was opening up for them, and I came when he was performing, and I was late for the Uptown MCA tour, and they had P-Rock and Seal Smooth performing. But other than that, all the other shows I made it on time for.
Shit. I can remember when I was late for a show. To be real with you,
Yeah, yeah, you got to be there on time, man. I
fab.
want to, yeah, Fabulous. They put him at the right time because he ain't no fucking showstopper. They put him at the right time. I seen him perform live and he was terrible. So they put him at the right time, get him out the way. You know, you do your little one or two hits and then get him off the stage, kick him off. I think Little Mo was with them too.
They just
You
had
know,
everybody in that show.
no, they had the good people. The good people perform later. They put the bullshit in on first.
Mhm.
You know, can't you can't share no stage with LL Cool J. You know what I mean? Or rock him.
Not even Method Man.
Yeah,
So Donald Trump wants Rush Hour 4.
that's what I heard. So when the shit if the shit don't do good, we know who to blame for that. We know
But
who to
Donald,
blame. Like this is what these maggot motherfuckers voted him in for, so that he can put pressure on movie studios to make Rush Hour 4. That's what y'all voted him in for. Not to actually better the country.
that's y'all boy.
That ain't my boy. I ain't vote for him. So
These Trumpies, man. These Trumpies, man. They think they run the world.
all right.
I'm about to start in a few minutes. Give me 1 second. Hmm. So instead of doing shit, he wants a Rush Hour 4.
Why do we need that? And why are they bowing down to Trump?
That's your boy.
That's your boy. That's the Republicans' boy.
Okay. All right. I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
One time for your mom. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy trying to building with me. How you doing, boss?
Chilling.
So you chilling. That's what's up. That's what's up. So today we're gonna do something different. This was kind of like spur of the moment kind of thing. We're gonna do our top 10 greatest hits albums and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Try for this and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying?
This is your idea. What you mean?
I know, but still, you still agree to do all this
Oh
shit.
yeah, for sure. Because it's gonna be easy.
Mm,
That's what we do.
mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Definitely can't wait to do this one and shit like that too. So I guess I'm gonna get started.
Yeah.
So my number 10 is gonna be Mariah Carey with the number ones album
Hmm.
and shit like that.
Interesting.
Uh, this album came out 1998. Very controversial to say the least. Controversial compilation album and everything like that too. Because this is around time. This is around time when she was kind of beefing with Time Mottola and stuff like that about what was supposed to have been on a number on a compilation and shit. You know what I'm saying? As far as compilations go, this one was pretty dope and everything like that too. Mariah Carey was pretty much dominating the '90s. From the earlier shit with like Emotions, Vision of Love, and then we get into like her latter run, especially with like One Sweet Day, Honey, and then you even have some songs like the When You Believe song, the one she did with Whitney Houston and shit like that too. She did a cover of Do You Know Where You're Going To, which that was a Diana Ross cover from Mahogany, which ironically that's actually you can only get the international version for that version. and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I remember my sister had this one and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this was a dope compilation.
All right, number 10 is my favorite group of all time when it comes to R&B. They are my Temptations of the '80s. No addition with their greatest hits, their only greatest hits album, and this goes far back to 1991. And I'm gonna tell you about this greatest hits. It's very different. The first three songs is from Any Heartbreak album, starting off with the Boys to Men song, which wasn't. I don't believe the Boys to Men song was a single,
No, it
but
wasn't.
that's the first track, and it's a remix. It's not even the album version. They have a remix version of Boys to Men, which is very fascinating. Then they got If It Isn't Love and Can You Stand the Rain, which is really the two biggest hits off of that album. I know they released other songs like You're Not My Kind of Girl and Crucial, but those to me wasn't big hits. Two big hits off of Any Heartbreak was If It Isn't Love, Can You Stand the Rain. That's on here. So they actually go back from their latest to their earliest stuff. You got, from the Awful Love album, Count Me Out, A Little Bit of Love. Second album, the self-titled, you have Cool It Now, Mr. Telephone Man. And the first album, you have Candy Girl, Popcorn Love, and Is It the End? There's No Jealous Girl. And that was a single also on that first album. It also included Lost in Love. I think Lost in Love was on the self-titled album. I didn't really care for Lost in Love. I feel like they could have switched it out for Jealous Girl. Um, but a very different type of greatest hits album, and I think maybe you got to update. They might need another greatest hits album just to include the singles from Home Again, like Hit Me Off, and You Don't Have to Worry. They released a lot of singles. I'm Still in Love with You. They released a lot of singles from the Home Again album, so they might need a another greatest hits, like a up to date greatest hits album. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the Bad Boy album, which was trash, but I did love the Hot Tonight song. That was a big hit when that came out. You know, but yeah, this is how far it goes back. 1991, no different greatest hits.
Interesting. All right, my number nine I got is Run DMC with their Together Forever Greatest Hits compilation. This shit came out 1991, November 6th, and everything like that too. Very, very, very dope compilation. You know what I'm saying? I actually do got this compilation in my collection and shit like that too. Um, it's kind of interesting too because the fact that I got the OG copy, but if you guys got the 1998 reissue, they included the let me show y'all the album cover. They included the remixes to It's Tricky and It's Like That. But this is also dope because they also got the Christmas and Hollis song and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like that's one of the best hip hop Christmas songs
Definitely,
ever. And
definitely.
everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Very, very, very dope compilation.
And speaking of number nine, we always do this and we never plan this, but I got Run DMC Greatest Hits album. This is the other Greatest Hits album. Now, this one I got from, I believe it was either Gen or Music World or FYE back in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? And I love this cover with all three of them on there. Rest in peace, Jam Master Jay. All the hit records on here. It's Tricky and Walk This Way. Rock Box. You know, last two tracks on here though. They got Down with the King and they got Christmas in Hollis. I also got Christmas in Hollis on vinyl. Phenomenal. Run DMC, one of the best rap groups of all time. One of my favorites. A great hits. You can't go wrong with either one. Either this one or the black version that Reg has. Both of them are all great.
Definitely. All right, my number eight is Madonna with the Immaculate Collection. You know what I'm saying? Very dope, great hits compilation. This is also one where you also have some new songs and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Songs like Justify My Love, Rescue Me, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, very very dope compilation. You know, if you love Madonna's stuff between like 83 to 89, this is the perfect introduction for you. You know, you got songs like Crazy for You, Into the Groove, like Prayer, Papa Don't Preach. Hell, they also got Vogue, which came out months before on the I'm Breathless, the
That
I'm
was
Breathless soundtrack and
no,
stuff
that was
like
on the
that.
Dick Tracy soundtrack.
I know that's the I'm Breathless.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, which that's a very interesting soundtrack, very underrated if you ask me.
you think so?
I actually like some songs. It kind of grew on me in recent years.
And I got caught off guard with that 50 shit you were doing on there. You know.
Oh shit. But yeah, this one's a dope compilation and shit.
All right, number 8, I got the Police, greatest hits. Love the Police. Sting, one of the best solo artists of all time, came from this group. Shout out to DJ Nelson. DJ Nelson from California. He sent me this during the pandemic. And it has all their big hits. Every Breath You Take, Message in a Bottle, Roxanne, Don't Stand So Close to Me. Love this compilation. All their big hits from their different albums and Hall of Famers. If you love the Police, definitely this is one to pick up. You don't have to buy the album, just get this greatest hits and it has all the big hits on here.
Definitely. All right. Next we got is Tupac with his greatest hits compilation, greatest hits and everything like that too. This is my number 7. Very, very, very dope. One thing I liked about this one was it didn't just have greatest hits like singles. They also had like album tracks, and they got pretty much unreleased songs that he's has done and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like he has this one song called God Bless the Dead featuring Tretch and everything like that too. And then of course James's track that was also on this compilation, Troublesome 96. Yeah, man, this is actually a very dope greatest hits compilation. I actually do got this one in my collection and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, if you want to get into Tupac and everything like that too, I definitely would also recommend you picking this up and everything. Like they went all out, and I think it's like
Mhm.
really the best selling hip hop greatest hits compilation.
Oh,
I
wow.
because this shit went diamond. Like that's how crazy it is.
Are we talking about?
The Tupac on greatest hits album.
Tupac?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember when that came out and they had like the controversy in the news about the song where he said, rest in peace to Biggie.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit was on the news. They were like, well, if he's dead, how could he say that? And this is we didn't have AI back then, so what's that about?
I think it was another Biggie Smalls that he was
Yeah,
shouting out, I think.
you would think though, right? And then we had the rumors of him hiding out in Cuba and shit.
Right.
So who knows? You know, we at number 7. 7, I got Ice Cube, Greatest Hits, Priority Records, 2001. I was actually on the Ice Cube street team for Priority Records, and they sent me this in the mail. And it has all of his hits: "Jacking for Beats," "Steady Mobbing," "Nigga You Love to Hate." Um, it was a good day, Bop Gun. They left out a couple songs. They didn't have Wicked on there. Wicked was one of my favorites on the Predator. That's not on this album. They didn't have True to the Game from Death Certificate. That's not on here. I liked Really Dope from Lethal Injection. That's not on here. But for the most part, they got most of these hit records. We Be Clubbing, the Don Mega era of Cube, and You Can Do It. That's on here. He has 2 new songs on here as well. So he has $100 bill, y'all, which was produced by the Rockwaller, and he has In the Late Night Hours. It's the last track on the album, produced by the Neptunes. Yes, the Neptunes, Pharrell and Chad. They did an Ice Cube joint. It's dope. I didn't expect to hear Neptunes with Ice Cube on this album, but it's definitely a dope track and a great compilation. Definitely, Ice Cube is a legend.
Yeah, that's a dope greatest hits album and shit.
Yeah,
I number six, I got Gangstar with the full clip compilation. This one came out in 1998, 99, excuse me, and everything like that too. Maybe my favorite hip hop greatest hits compilation, if you ask me, and everything. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much they got like all the Gangstar songs, popular songs dating back from No More Mr. Nice Guy. But one thing I loved about this one was that they not only put like a lot of unreleased songs, but it consists of like B sides. It consists of soundtrack songs and everything like that too. Like the half and half joint with MOP. The question remains. That was the B side to "Sucking These Bodyguards." Um, One of my favorites, the Jazz Thing, the video version of Jazz Thing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this whole compilation is definitely fire, and it's always expensive every time I try to get it and shit. Always so expensive, but yeah, I definitely fuck with this one.
number six, I got one of my favorite rock bands of the '90s, Nirvana, all blacked out cover from 2002. Great, greatest hits album. Rest in peace to Kurt Cobain. We have all your Nirvana hits, all apologies and lithium, in bloom, sliver, smells like Teen Spirit. The one song that they don't have on here that was always my favorite from Nevermind is Something in the Way. That's not on the greatest hits album. Not on this one. I know they have another version of their greatest hits, but it's not on this one. And I wish it was, but still a great compilation of greatest hits from Nirvana, one of the best rock groups of all time.
Definitely, definitely. All right, moving on, we got my number five, Sly and the Family Stone, with their greatest hits album and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Again, this one is another greatest hits compilation where it shows a couple of new songs and everything like that too. And it's funny too because what many people don't know was the fact that Sly and the Family Stone was supposed to have came out with an album that was supposed to have been like the sequel to Stand, like I think like '69. But at that time, they were going through some internal tension, and then Sly moved to California, and pretty much drugs became involved and stuff like that too. So they pretty much had their record label Epic Records. They needed an album, so they threw in the greatest hits album, and like three songs that was supposed to have been on that rare album from that unreleased album, which included "Hot Fun in the Summertime," "Everybody Is a Star," and "Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself." Hot take: I've never cared for that version of "Thank You." I know that's like one of the most popular songs. I preferred the version on the "There's a Riot Going On" called "Thank You for Taking Me to Africa." All my Dub C and the Mad Circle friends, y'all should know about that record and everything like that too. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, man, this greatest hits album is pretty dope. They got songs like "I Want to Take You Higher," "Sing a Simple Song," "Hot Fun in the Summertime." Like I mentioned, "You Can Make It If You Try," and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this pretty much came out 1 year before There's a Riot Going On and everything. So very dope. Greatest hits album.
Number five, I got Mariah Carey, the number ones. Classic, classic Mariah. This is Mariah in her bag. Before the bullshit albums later on. If you love pop Mariah and then hip hop Mariah, it's all here. The Honey, you got not Honey, Fantasy remix for ODB. Love that remix. To me, it's the best remix ever. You got Dream Lover, Vision of Love, Always Been My Baby, One Sweet Day, phenomenal number ones. She had a lot of number ones in her career, and this is like the best of Mariah right here. The best. Anything after um Mimi to me was crap. But this is before Mimi came out, and you getting like prime, sexy Mariah, pop diva Mariah. She went off and she did a rock album. We still waiting for that rock album. but this is like the best of Mariah's career right
Yeah, that's the dope one right there.
here. Yes.
All right. My number four. This might be one of my another one of my favorites. It's Al Green with Al Green's greatest hits and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Very, 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 very dope album and shit like that. This definitely, if you guys want to know how to do a greatest hits album, this is definitely how to do it and everything. Because you know, around that time, Al Green was on fire and shit like that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I mean, songs like "Let's Stay Together," "How Can You Mend a Broken Heart," "You Want to Be with Me," "Let's Get Married," and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And even the album cover alone is still one of the most iconic album covers too for
Yes.
greatest hits. So I definitely got to tip my hat to this one.
Number four for me is one of the smoothest, sexiest women still at her age, still doing it. We need a new album. Sade, greatest hits album, the best of Sade, classic, classic album. And you get in joints like Stronger Than Pride and Sweetest Taboo, Perish the Day, Your Love Is King, classic, man. If you love Sade, put this on, no skips. You can play it the whole way through from front to back. You can do cleaning, you can be with your girl, whatever. No skips on this greatest hits album. Fire.
Yeah, definitely fire. All right, moving on. My number three is Stevie Wonder with the original Musicarium One album and stuff like that. You know, this album came out in 1982 and everything. Pretty much with a career like Stevie Wonder and everything like that too. You got to pick definitely the right songs for the greatest hits and shit. Um, and just like with some of the best ones I mentioned, it also came out with some new songs. Like it came out with literally four new songs and shit. Frontline, Ribbon in the Sky, That Girl, and Do I Do. You know what I'm saying? If he would have just came out with an EP with all four of them songs, it would have still been a classic and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one of my favorite greatest hits albums, like it definitely covered a lot of some of it Stevie Wonder's like best material. You know what I'm saying? Mostly from the classic period. Mostly from the classic period and shit like that too. I'm talking about the stuff from like Music of My Mind all the way up to Songs in the Key of Life. And then you also got like some songs from like Hotter Than July. Don't have songs from the Journey Through the Secret Lives of Plants albums. You know, because I think at that time people didn't really care for that album. Now it's like a cult, has like a cult following now. But yeah, that's pretty much my number three.
Number three for me is Madonna, Madge, Immaculate Collection, another classic greatest hits album. Fire. I love the polka dots that she's rocking on here. And then when you see like in the CD, you got polka dots. You know what I'm saying? And I love the album design, the baby blue with the polka dots, and just gave off like a Kwame type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? For back then, and phenomenal, phenomenal. Borderline, Holiday, Papa Don't Preach, Material Girl. He has hits for days. This was a great album. This is like her first greatest hits because he has another one, Something to Remember, that had like some more greatest hits from her. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
gotta get that one too. But this one was like her first one. Was phenomenal. Great, great, great greatest hits.
Definitely. All right. Number two, we got Prince with the hits and the B sides album and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? This joint came out in 1993. Very, very, very dope album. Um, Kind of an iconic and slightly controversial album when it comes to the whole Prince legacy. Because you know, at this time, he didn't really want to do. From what I looked up, he didn't really want to do like a greatest hits album and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? So Warner Brothers kind of did this without his input and shit like that too. And this was also around the time when you know he was going through that whole issue with his contract and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. What was interesting about this compilation was the fact that in Prince fashion, sometimes like you will see the hits one in an album by itself and it hits two in an album by itself. But if in order to get like the B sides disc, you gotta actually purchase the full version of it and everything like that too, which I kind of felt like kind of ahead of its time in a way. It's kind of like how he did like the Sign of the Times, because when that album first came out, the album since it was a double disc, it wasn't sold together. It was sold separately and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So one store they might have disc one, then another store they might have disc two, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? That's when they were selling the album as CD and shit. So yeah, pretty dope track out songs. Like if you a Prince fan, you should know songs like Lil Red Corvette, When Doves Cry, and so on and so on. But to me, the real creme de la creme is the B sides and everything like that too, you know. And the B sides itself, like you had songs like Irresistible Bitch, She's Always in My Hair, 17 Days, Another Lonely Christmas, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like that's to me the grand reason why you should get this, in my opinion. So very, very, very dope album.
Number two, I got the man, the legend, the goat of all this shit, Michael Jackson. But history, people forget. History was a double greatest hits and new album. Brilliant marketing by Michael Jackson and his team. First disc was the greatest hits, and you had joints like Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Bad, The Girl Is Mine, Black or White. They even included the joints from the previous album, Dangerous, which was a classic album.
Right.
Rocky 2, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Phenomenal, phenomenal double album from Mike. It's the king of pop, the best of all time. But he's not number one, but definitely a great underrated double album right here.
Definitely. And ironically, History is my number one and shit like
So,
that too. You know what
so
I'm saying? Very, very, very dope album slash compilation and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like again, brilliant marketing from MJ. He had a lot of his best songs, like in the albums from like Off the Wall to Dangerous, but then the second disc is pretty much a whole new album in itself. And like I said, we've already talked about History
yeah.
and shit like that too. So I'm not gonna waste my breath on that, but it's definitely a very, very, very dope album. And again, brilliant marketing from the late great King of Pop.
All right. Number one, the king of this genre. When we think of reggae, it's only one man, Bob Marley, legend, the legend, Bob Marley. Rest in peace to the legend. Classic, classic album. You have joints like Stir It Up and One Love and Buffalo Soldier and come on, man. Could this be love? There's only one man, Bob, the king of reggae, all time. There will never be another one. I love it. And then you got to get this on vinyl. I got the CD too, but the vinyl with the pics of Jamaica and the Jamaican colors. Come on, man. Who's doing this?
Yeah,
Who's doing this?
that's a classic right
You
there.
got to get it on vinyl. It's better.
Yes, sir. That's a dope, dope, dope fucking list right there, boss.
Yeah. How many honorable mentions we doing? Even the honorable mentions gonna be fire. How many we doing?
As many as you want, honestly.
All right. What's your number one?
I already said my number one,
Oh, you ain't
MJ's.
number one? All right. Well, my first honorable mention, and this easily could have been a part of the top 10. I gotta go with Marvin Gaye, the double greatest hits album. Marvin Gaye. That's how many hits he had.
Ooh,
Come on, bro. What we talking about here? One of the best. I gotta have Marvin Gaye on the list. Okay, like the joints he had on it. What's going on? Mercy, Mercy Me. Pride and Joy. Can I get a witness? You, bro, like he had so many. Sexual Healing is the last track on this too, right? You got the gold CD is this one, and then when you flip it over, you got the black joint. Phenomenal, phenomenal. Marvin Gaye, one of the best to ever do it in R&B and soul music. Yeah, that's my first honorable mention.
Okay.
Should I keep going or you going now?
Yeah, keep going, keep going.
All right. We got another a funk band that I love when I grew up with this stuff in the 80s. I would say by 86, 87, they started to fall off, but it was still in their prime in the early 80s though. Cool in the Gang from Jersey. I know Unc would love this because he knows Cool in the Gang. Shout out to Unc, Cool in the Gang. They got my drink, Joanna. I know how much you can't stand Joanna. Joanna's on here. They got Tonight. They got a 12-inch version of Tonight on here. I love Tonight. They got a 12-inch version of Cherish on here. Love that song. You got Get Down on It. You got Celebration. You got Fresh, Too Hot, a classic fucking greatest hits album by the best funk band in my opinion, Cool in the Game. Rest in peace to Cool. We got Rick James, the definitive Rick James collection. This is also another no, it's not a double. This is I got two Rick James greatest hits though. There's one of them that have 9 songs, and this one has 17 tracks. And it has, I think this one is the better one. You got to get the definitive collection. Rest in peace to Rick James. You got You and I, Mary Jane. You got even Ebony Eyes, which came out in the 80s. That was a classic song. That's my joint with Smokey Robinson. You know, you had Lucy's rap with Roxanne Shante. Love that song. Standing on the Top. He brought back the Temptations for that hit record. You know, Give It to Me Baby, Super Freak, all his joints is on here. Get this one. Not the other one with just 9 tracks. I can't find it right now, but there's two greatest hits for albums, but you gotta get the 17 track one. Classic Rick James. I'm gonna go with Gangstar full clip. Yes, this is the autograph version because I was on the street team for this. They both autographed it. Shout out to Primo. Rest in peace to Guru. You know, I've had people hit me up like, "Yo, Try, you selling this?" I'm not selling this ever. This is the holy grail, one of the holy grails in my collection. I will never sell this. Gangstar is one of the best duos all time in rap. Many hit records. I love the fact that they included not just the hit singles, but the some of the album cuts that the fans love, as well as some of the remixes. The 3 Men and a Baby. You know how we you know my Steve's remix with Lady of Rage. Come on, bro, classic. You know what I mean? You got joints like Work, Take It Personal, Wick, one of my favorite records all time. You know, I Gotta Get Mine, Manifest, like yo, phenomenal fucking rap greatest hits. Might be the best rap greatest hits of all time for me. Definitely. And the last one, I'm going with Barbra Streisand greatest hits album. Yes, Barbra Streisand. I asked Ken Sing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we're gonna definitely salute Barbra Streisand on this motherfucker. Classic, classic Barbra Streisand. You know what I'm saying? She also has another one. I believe she has another greatest hit. This is the first one, classic. And some of the joints on here, bro. Like love the love theme of From a Star Was Born, classic. I love that joint. Prisoner, love that joint as well. My Heart Belongs to Me, Songbird. You Don't Bring Me Flowers. Everybody should know that song from Barbra Streisand. Hit record with Neil Diamond. Yo, we're gonna definitely salute Barbra Streisand on this motherfucker. I don't want nobody hitting me up talking about you listen to Barbra Streisand. Yes, I do. Classic.
Okay, okay. Um, as far as armament, I don't have a lot, but on top of my head, Bob Marley's Legend album. That was an album I definitely should have put on my list and stuff like that. What else? What else? What was that? Nas's greatest hits from 20, I think like 2008, 2009, no 2007. That came out and that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Definitely the Beatles' greatest hits. The second one, I think the one from like the late '60s they came out with, that was pretty dope and shit. You know what I'm saying? David Bowie's Changes, greatest hits album from like '76 was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just on top of my head.
Little Wayne needs the greatest hits album. Definitely. Little Wayne, Kanye West, they need the greatest hits album.
That's true. I could have sworn Kanye came out with the greatest hits album.
Oh, Weezy?
Kanye.
Nah, he don't got one.
Oh wow.
They need one.
Alright. That was a dope idea we just had. Shit.
You might need to do a part two to this. I'm seeing like a whole bunch of other greatest hits right now. I didn't realize I had so many.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. Sometimes that's what you might need and shit.
Right, right.
Especially if the greatest hits are done right.
Yeah, for sure.
So what you got going on for? You say you don't know if you're gonna go live. I'm assuming.
Uh, I don't know. I don't think I will because I got stuff to do tomorrow. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it tomorrow. But I definitely got another video dropping on the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, some new pickups video, new pickup video.
Yeah, I think I saw a little post you did earlier
That
and
was
stuff.
that was for the Xbox 360. That's like it was 20 years on the 22nd, and wanted to do a video for one of the greatest consoles of all time. Even though it gave me hell during that 20 years, but great gaming catalog for Xbox.
That's what's up. Gotta have the game. Gotta have the video games on deck and shit.
For sure. December gonna be lit too. We got a lot of great shit coming for in December.
You
It's
said
already planned out. Yeah,
what's going on in December?
December. We got some stuff coming in December, yo. Definitely gonna have Mike on there. We gonna have you on there. We got some stuff coming in December for
Okay.
Christmas. For Christmas, some Christmas stuff.
Okay, I can't wait.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm trying to put some final touches on some stuff too.
uh, yeah. 2026 gonna be great. Got a lot of great stuff coming.
So, yeah, you got this, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think Mike hit me up talk about some shit he got going on. He's trying to do some shit too. So
So we got a
yeah.
new podcast with the homie Movie Impulse, Nick. We got Unfuckable Opinions Friday nights at 9 p.m. Bringing on different guests and different topics, and we just stayed in our mind. And people don't like it too bad, but we did the first episode last week. It was about best and worst video game movies all time, and that was good. And Friday we got Black Friday night. We got the homie John Doe Juggalo, and he's gonna be our guest, and we're gonna be talking about video games we could never finish, like just for the Nintendo and Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo era. We're not going past those. We're not doing the PlayStation or Xbox stuff. We're just at the NES and Sega era. So there's a couple games I couldn't finish when I was younger, So we're gonna talk doing that on Friday night.
That's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, it's we just bring in different shit, bro. Different shit. We want to be the best podcast on Friday nights. You know what I think about Call of Duty? Which one? The new one. I didn't play the new one, but I heard it's not good, and they basically got rid of the campaign mode, and you got to play like with a team, and I ain't doing all that. I'll play the Battlefield 6. They got Battlefield 6 for free now on Xbox. I'll play that tonight.
Yeah, a lot of people don't not fuck with that new Call of Duty.
Yeah, they fucked up. They fucked up with it. All of them, the early ones are the best ones. Modern Warfare, World at War was highly underrated. One of my favorites. I like Ghost. Black Ops, Black Ops Series 1 and 2 for me. Well, Part 3 I played on PlayStation 3, but the game, the not the campaign, the co-op mode was shit. Wasn't good on here. The storyline was crap. There's some underrated ones in the titles. Advanced Warfare was cool. They got some underrated ones, but Modern Warfare was like the best in Black Ops, the first two.
I definitely agree with you about that.
Yeah. I ain't playing it 'cause if Nicki's in there. I don't care. I don't. That's for people that they're not serious about the game. I don't care about all that. The game still got to be good for me to even use it. If the game not good, I'm not gonna use it.
Didn't Nicki Minaj recently talk up for Trump or some shit?
Right? Exactly. Like, who, can you use it in the game to get killed? That'd be
Hmm?
even better. You know.
That's funny. Cause y'all voted. Y'all voted for him. Yeah, man. I'm about to actually end this off right here. I gotta call my cousin. But this has been a dope idea. We might have to do that volume 2 as soon as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
And everything like that too. But appreciate this y'all. Appreciate this y'all. I'm actually about to get some shit done. But in case I don't see y'all, I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving, a safe Thanksgiving and everything like that too. Watch some football, spend some time with some family. You know how that shit goes. Anything you want to say before we head out?
Just look out for more new content coming. New podcast with Movie Impulse. Follow his channel on YouTube, and man, we doing it, man. We taking over this shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Long overdue.
I appreciate this try as usual, and I'll see y'all motherfuckers later. Peace.